Welcome back to Norheim's Garasjen. Today we're going to have a look at the exhaust and also the handbrake wire. I have to relocate some of the wire to make this fit. Yes, here it lies. I have test fitted it and spot welded it together. So it's now just to put it back. I don't have a pipe bender, so I needed to buy straight pipes and some bends. I think this is a 30-degree bends and that I had to put together. And here I had to cut it so I could bend it a little bit, and I made some hangers. And this was ready bent. This is over the rear axle. And by the way, it's a 2.5-inch exhaust. I also made some hangers out of some bolts, which I bent and welded a washer on it, so this thing here shouldn't go further in than it should. And yes, I have threads on it here because I'm gonna have nuts on, lock nuts, so it's easier to take on and off if that's necessary. And the pipes that comes out in the back, these are a little bit awkward to get on, so because they doesn't fit. This is not the same size as the 2.5-inch. It says 2.5-inch, but it's not the same size. It should in theory be bigger size. It should be like a 2.5-inch can fit inside this one, but it doesn't. So I think they're probably meant to be welded straight on, but I'm not gonna weld this straight on. I'm gonna have ability to adjust this a little bit in and out, but we can have a look at that when I have gotten it back up. And the hangers on the car is attached to the original mounting holes, and here also it's not sure if it's possible to see this, but here I had have made the bracket fitting also on the original mounting holes. This side I had to make a new one, and this is the reason why I don't want to have the gas tank hanging here, because of the muffler is going to go here. You're going to see that a little bit later. And also the handbrake wire is also in the way of the exhaust. It's supposed to hang like this, and you see the drive shaft is then a little bit too big. So when this car is jacked up, this will hit the drive shaft, and also it's gonna lie on top of the exhaust. I will show you when I got this in place, and I will show you also the solution for getting this out of the way. So now I'm just gonna hang up the exhaust, and we're gonna have a look at how it looks like. Yeah, now it's up. I think this is the position I want to have it in. I try to make it as tight fit as possible, because the exhaust is a little bit larger than the original. So if I put the camera up here, we can see the exhaust coming down a little bit. It's going to be the lowest part in the front here though, so, but I don't think it's a problem. It's not overly low, but I can't have it much lower. I can't have it much higher either, because then it's going to hit the floors and the bracket here for the bearing for the axle, and also the cross member here for the gearbox. It's gonna hit that one if it's getting closer. I haven't got the manifold yet, exhaust manifold. Also gonna have this thing here, this flex pipe, and I think the exhaust manifold is gonna come down to here somewhere. So then I need to have this flex kind of here. It's a little bit hard to see, like this. So I need to make that fit, but I haven't got it yet, so I need to wait to fit it properly on. That's why I haven't welded it yet. I just spot welded it, so it's kind of staying in place. Here is the mounts for the exhaust and the hangers I made. I just made the hangers out of old bolts and some scrap. It's perfectly fine. I'm gonna paint it and so after. So, and here is the mounts in the rear. And this one. I put on these hose clamps because you see it's kind of wiggly. So if you have these hose clamps on, you can tighten these up on both sides here. Like this, and then it's getting pretty stiff. So I can just tighten it even more just to make it stiffer. Because you don't have much clearance, as you see, so I can't have much wiggle on them. So I probably need to do the same here. But here it's pretty stiff here, because you see here it's very tight space here, so I can't have much wiggle there. And then we're gonna have a look at the handbrake wire, and you see here it's pretty tight space up in here. So when this is going to be like this, you see it's touching the exhaust and the drive shaft, kind of goes up on the exhaust and back under drive shaft, and that's going to be a problem. And also another problem will be this: when you're pulling the handbrake, this will go forward and hit this bracket there. So I could have made something here and let it be like this, but I think I'm gonna reroute one of these wires to get this fit. So I kind of made a bracket. See this, is this zoomed in or not? So I made a bracket that looks like this. Wait. Like this. Looks kind of like the original bracket. Like this. And that one I'm gonna have up in the, here we have a hole into the car, which is probably from, if you're gonna have seat belts in the car, in the back. I've seen some cars that have a rubber bumper thing up in there, so this rear axle is not gonna hit the top there. I don't think that is a problem on this car, but I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna attach this bracket like here and reroute the wire here, this one, under like this, under here and over there. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you how that looks like. Yeah, then I have rerouted the handbrake wire. So now it's gonna go, I need to attach this thing, this here, so it doesn't hit the exhaust. So I need to take off this bracket, of course, and see if I can attach this somehow with something, maybe a spring or something, because when this goes up and down, it's getting more and more tight. So I need to have it flexible somewhere. I can't attach it to something which goes up and down, because it's gonna stretch the wire. So now the wire is up in there, like there, and it's gonna be, now if I'm stretching this, it's gonna be like this direction, yeah. So it's clear now, the drive shaft. Also need to make some attachment for this wire on this side. I'm gonna make an attachment, or I'm gonna use the original attachment on this side here. This one is supposed to be on top here. I haven't put it up there yet. We'll see, because this also will maybe hit the frame, so we'll see what I can do to make a compromise here to fit this properly in, so this doesn't sag too far down. Here, yeah, need to see if we can get this fitted, and now it's kind of for me to get these other parts on here. We don't have problems with that thing there hitting here either. So I'm just gonna see if I can pick up those parts I made. The original rod is this one. It's a little bit shorter. So I made one of these for the new one, and a few fasteners to fasten the that's going to be on this side, like here, so I can tighten up the handbrake. The normal adjustment is here. I can show you after I put this up. Yeah, this is now how it's gonna look like. It's touching this barely. It's not a problem, because when you loosen this up, it's kind of fine. I can put a rubber hose on top of this just to make it not rub that much. Here is the original adjustments for the handbrake. When this handbrake gets too slack, this thing here, when you tighten this up, the rod is gonna come out like here. So you have to cut the rod so it doesn't come out. So I made an adjustment here instead of, so I have opportunity to adjust it here and here. So I think this will be much better. And I also needed to make it a little bit lower so it doesn't hit this cross member here. This will lie here on the floor. Here I also can probably make a rubber mat or something to have on the floor here. So this can rest on, so it doesn't make too much sound. I don't think it's a problem really. So this is how this is gonna be. I'm pretty happy with the outcome of this. Don't think this is gonna be any problems. If there's any problem, the handbrake might just work a little bit better on one side than the other side. It shouldn't, because of this wheel here, which even out the forces. So I think this is pretty good. It's much better than it rubbing on the exhaust and the drive shaft. So I think I'm gonna say I'm finished with the handbrake part of this project. Yeah, I'm now waiting for the headers to come so I can do the last bit of the exhaust. So I can attach the flex pipe, and then I think I'm finished with the exhaust also after that. I will come back when I have done or when I get the headers. I don't think it's gonna be too long before it comes. And then after that I'm on to another project on this car. I'm not sure what I'm gonna start with. Maybe I can start with the brake lines to get them finished in the back here. I think I will come back with another video. So for now, I will say I will see you.